Um, Hello. Today I'm gonna sing American Pie. This is gonna be my longest video yet. After singing the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. And here we go. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me suffer with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. But something touched me deep inside that day. The music died. So bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old days, the boys were drinking whiskey and rye. Saying this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and did you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Now do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage Bronx buck with a pink carnation, a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck. The day the music died, I started singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, saying this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Sorry about that. Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen, in a cove he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No victor was returned, and while in our way the bogan marks, the quadlet practiced in the park, and we sang dirts in the dark the day the music died. We were singing bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, saying this will be the day that I die. This will be the day that I die. Helter skelter in a summer swelter, the birds flew off a fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. It landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, but the jester on the sidelines in a cast. Now for halftime, air was sweet perfume, while the circus played a marching tune. We all got up to dance. Oh, but we never got the dance, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? We started singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, saying this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Oh, and there we were, all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick, Jack, flash out on the candlestick, 'cause the fire is the devil's only friend. Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fist of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed higher into the night to light the sacrificial white, I saw Satan laughing with delight. The day the music died, he was singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, saying this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang for blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the second store where I heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the women I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast. The day the music died, they were singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, saying this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. They were singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, saying this will be the day that I die. Okay, I'll catch you in the next song. Bye. And this is my longest video ever. Wow!